For the second activity in week 2, you're going to be using some existing code and adding links and tags to make it appear correctly. In the end, it should look something like this. Once you're finished, you're going to validate your code and make sure there are no errors. To get started, you'll copy this code, open up your editor and start a new file, paste it in, and then you'll do a file save as, and you're going to save it into your practice folder and name it types.html. Once you've done that, you'll then use this image as instructions on how to mark up the page and what tags you need to add. So I'm going to right click on this and open it in a new tab. And if you click, you can zoom in and see it a little better. Let me show you what the page looks like currently. So if you view this, you'll see that it's just the image with a bunch of text all put together in one big block. So you'll use this image, and this is what it will look like in the end, with the yellow boxes not included. Those yellow boxes are the instructions on what you should do. So just look at the page and see what you need to add. So it looks like we've got some H1s, we've got some H2 headings, some H3s. There's some unordered lists you'll add, some ordered lists, and even some lists that are nested. So there's 2 lists. And then you'll need to add some semantic tags to add emphasis and things like that. So once that's all added, you'll then make sure to indent or nest your tags how they should be. So let's add just a few of these to see how it works. So right here, a beekeeping resource looks like it's an H1 header. So we'll come there, we'll put in H1 tags. And when we save this, you'll notice that there's now a big H1 header there. The next, then there's one here, bees and blossoms. Let's copy these tags and add that header and that heading as well. So now that appears there also. This looks like it is an unordered list. That's a bunch of links. So we could add that. So we'll add some UL tags. And then each of those is a list item or a LI tag. And to make this faster, I'm going to copy and paste these where they go. And when we save that, we can go back in and look at it. And now we have an unordered list. Then it tells us to add a link to each of those list items and where that link should go to. So this first home page looks like it's going to our index.html page, which we actually already have created. So we're going to put in an A tag and then a hypertext reference in href equals quote quote, looks like index.html. Close the tag, and then we'll move that closing link tag or A tag, anchor tag, to the back. So we save that, we go look, and it's now a link. If I click on it, it takes us to what we did in activity 1. And you'll continue to add all of that markup and those tags for the entire page so that it looks like this, and the links go where they're supposed to. You have your semantic markup and all those different things. Make sure that you also nest it and indent your tags where you should. My page is not complete, but once it is complete, you'll take all of the contents of the page and copy it and go to the validator. And you're going to paste that in, check it for errors, and then you're going to make sure and do whatever it says to get rid of all those errors until you get this green box that tells you there's no errors. Your code is then good. Once you have done that, you're going to come back to here and you're going to take your navigation that takes you back and forth between pages. And you're going to copy that. And you're going to paste it into the index page you made in the first activity this week. So you'll go to File, Open, grab your index page, and then there on, let's see, right below a beekeeping resource. Looks like it's already in for us, but we're going to take that and we're going to paste over top of it so all the links are in it and save it. So now, when we refresh this, if I go home, it's going to take me back and forth, and the other one is Bees and Blossoms. So you can actually see it's going to go back and forth between pages. Once you're completely finished with both pages and they're both updated, you're then going to upload those to your server. In order to do that, you need to open your FTP client, which in my case is FileZilla, and connect to your server. Put in your password. And once you're connected, you need to make sure and navigate to the right folder on your computer, which is the practice folder. And then on your server, you need to make sure you're putting those files into the practice folder that you set up last time. And there's my practice folder. So I take those two files and drag them and drop them onto the practice folder. I'm going to overwrite the old index file. And once we're done, we can close that. And if we navigate to our domain name, /practice, there is the file, and that's the index page from the first activity. And if you click on Bees and Blossoms, this is the page that we created in the second activity, and they'll go back and forth. Once you're finished, you need to screenshot each of those pages. Make sure to get the address as well as the page, and you'll save that. And you'll do that for each page, and then you'll also make sure that you have the web address itself. So we'll copy that. So we come here to the activity submission page. You can submit and make sure you upload both screenshots, and also in the comments paste in the link to both links.